Hey guys, it's Sherelle, and we're Sherelle and Friends, and I'm with, you guys can introduce yourselves.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Ahmed.
I'm Chanel.
And Ashley, what's the topic for today?
Today's topic is toxic friendships.
Toxic friendships. We can do relationships too, bro. Shit, honestly. Yeah. So my first question is gonna be, what's the definition of a toxic friend to you guys?
I mean, somebody that, talks behind your back, but then, try to be
Okay, so someone that
your
talks.
friend in person, you know what I'm saying? Try to be different.
Fugazi.
Not the same energy.
Fugazi. Not the same energy.
Fraudulent.
Okay.
I'm sorry, just all those words.
Okay, what else?
Someone that, I guess, influences you to stray away from what you believe in, like your values and stuff like that.
I like that.
Also, somebody always bring up, like, old stuff or old, like, negative stuff. Kept bringing it up when you trying to be more positive. That's a negative friend.
I'm big on like energy, so
yeah.
If I don't feel like we're vibing or like you give me negative energy, I'm quick to like, all right.
Okay, so like if you were a friend like with someone for like years, would you still try because you guys have been friends for such a long time?
That's the thing. I think you can tell which friendships are really gonna last after you hit that year mark.
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
After a year, it's like, wow, do I actually like this person?
Yeah.
And then
friend-wise and significant other too, I think.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Like, even high school, you're like, yeah, I really hung out with these people because they were around.
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
you had to.
Exactly, because you see
You
them
really had
every
to,
day.
like,
It's like
Yeah.
you really know your
That's what I'm
friends when
saying.
you get out of a situation where you're not around.
That's why
them
a
all
lot
the
of
time.
teachers in high school, they're like, after you leave, you're not going to be friends with these people. But I was lucky, I have a few, but the other ones just straight away. Because, like, they don't even care to contact me. Like,
No,
they don't even
that's
say happy birthday.
that's
It's
the thing.
crazy.
No,
Like,
that's the thing, 'cause
we were
it's-
friends for like 10 years and we could just not be friends, you know?
Because it's convenient, like you
That's
see everybody
true.
every day, so
Yeah.
it's like communication was always
Yeah.
there, but like as soon
That's
as like
true.
communication's tested, there's like,
Oh.
Just like the energy, self-energy. Like,
Energy,
if I
yeah.
feel like I'm wasting my time trying to
Yeah.
be still cool with you,
Yeah.
like, nah, it's not.
So how do y'all end
Big on
friendships
that.
then? If you don't think it's like helping you, how do you end the friendship?
Especially if it's one way, like it's always like you're always helping that person, but you're like,
Yeah.
and then there's that
So
one
wait,
point.
would you give them a chance then? If you see they're acting weird, would you tell them?
Oh, yeah.
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 Because
No,
you can't just be like, no, we're not friends no
also
more.
like, cause like you
I
never
feel
know.
like that's rude.
Yeah. Also in retrospect, you never know if like that's how they feel about you.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean? Because like
That's
you
true.
could
Or maybe-
unknowingly do what they're doing to you.
That's
Or maybe
true.
like you're just, I'm not gonna say it's all in your mind because everyone's like justified in how they're feeling, but like some people really do go through life like, I'm not the problem.
Yeah.
Until
that's
you
true.
tell them
Until
they're
they
the problem.
realize, like,
Yeah.
hey, like,
No,
Like, you gotta sit them down like, dog.
You're bugging.
Have you
I
guys
guess.
sat somebody down and actually?
Sit in high
Not
school?
sat anybody down, but my
Look,
approach
look,
is just to threaten to fight them. I know it's not like a good approach, but usually it gets the job done.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to be a calm person. We gotta fight. And like I've sent text messages like, if I see you, we have to fight.
Really?
And that's I haven't seen them since
Wow.
I'll try to talk to you.
because
But like, if you're not like if I tell you, what's wrong and like what's wrong with me, I'm gonna try to change, right? But like, not a lot of people like they'll say yeah, and then like 2 weeks later they go back to their ways, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. And then,
And that's when he was like, I gotta make a change.
yeah, it's like, all right, fuck it. Like I've tried.
Mm.
and
or they'll
this,
really
that.
try to sit there and justify
Their
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 part,
own.
and I'm like, okay, I understand why you did what you did.
Yeah.
This is me telling you I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Don't
That's
just
true. Some people
continue
can't
to
take
justify
criticism like that.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Like don't just
Yo, a
continue
lot
to tell me why you
people
did
don't
what you
take
did.
this.
People don't take criticism
A
at
lot of
all.
people can't, though.
But it's hard. I personally, it's hard, but like it's good,
No, that's what I'm
Good.
saying.
It's like, all right, I'm gonna try to take it. Like I'm learning myself. You feel me?
Right.
But like some people really just can't take it at all.
No, yeah.
It's like so like a defensive mechanism just comes. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
wild.
That's
I
what
think
makes
it's a
it.
pride thing.
Yeah,
It's pride.
It's
It's
also-
not a pride thing. It's like,
I know, like, when
I know
I'm-
what I'm talking about. Like, I know this, I know that.
Yeah.
Once you feel like you know everything, like.
Exactly.
I know,
Just
like when
over.
I'm initially like criticized, I'm like, well, obviously this person's dumb. Like they don't know what they're talking about. Like it takes me a few seconds to be like, all right, let me come around, let me empathize, let me put myself in their shoes, and like that's really important in like all relationships.
Yeah,
Like,
Definitely.
you're not gonna get nowhere if you don't like.
Yeah. So have you guys
Try to
had
feel
any
like that.
toxic relationships or like
Oh my God.
dealt with anyone else's toxicity?
Nah, man, I don't deal with people.
No.
Period. Like
Okay.
I'm very quick to just be like, shop, we're good.
Right.
We're very good.
I like to give people chances. That's my issue.
No, yeah.
Oh, so you get benefit of
Benefit of the doubt. Yeah, you might as well try.
No, that's the thing, because like you
Yeah.
never know. Some people cope with shit differently. You never know if they're going through a hard time and they're just
Mhm.
distancing
Right.
because like they're just going through shit, and like maybe I'm insensitive for not asking like,
Yeah.
hey, like is everything good? You know what I mean? Because like you never know. But if it's like genuinely they just not talking to you, you're the only one putting in effort, then that's when you just like, all right, yo, like you be easy, like delete my shit, don't talk to me.
Yeah, exactly.
What's it called? Like do y'all do like? I already told you. I just chop like we're not friends. What are you talking about? But like, do y'all do like the slow inch in a way? Like, okay, I'm gonna stop inviting you out. You know, not gonna answer your text as much. Like the slow pulling away, so like they get like the hint that we're not friends.
I'm not a confrontational person.
One word text is
no.
Yeah, it's like word.
No, if it's that shit where it's just like I know it's not going nowhere, like I'm letting you know that like I'm not.
Okay, so then you guys communicate.
No, I communicate.
Is that being fake?
How?
Do you think that's being fake? Because for me, I'm not a confrontational person at all. Like
I'm very
confrontational. I'm not like I'd rather be uncomfortable and like knowing that like
what
or like I just get myself. It's either I be friends with that person or I'm not. Like there's no like if a person, like I'm not gonna be like I know I don't like you. I'm gonna be around you. Like it's either like. Be like, all right, I see that person.
But I feel like some people are just not really meant to be in your life, but you're gonna see them. You feel me? So like, I'm gonna be cordial with you. Right. I'm gonna let you know.
Every relationship is every relationship is very like an experience. Like any relationship, good or bad, like you learn from it. So
wait, how do you deal with someone that's toxic in your life then? Since you don't like,
you learn from that. Like you learn.
So how do you deal with them? Like. Because a lot of toxic people don't understand.
I don't. I told you.
You have to sometimes. Like, you have to deal with everyone's personality and where they come from.
But a lot of this is right. Like certain toxic people, like, all right, so sometimes we like reevaluation of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing like, all right, so up to your last relationship, why it didn't work before me, and why it's not working for you? Like what you're doing that you need to work on. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like if toxic person like in a relationship, like they're not helping you like try to benefit you in life, try to make you great. When like I want to see you do great or make you better around you, and then you try to be they try to be selfish. Then you gotta let them know, and then they're not getting it. You just gotta make that choice.
It's also a pride thing within that person, like you said before.
Ego, that's a huge thing.
No, because I've heard several times before that, like with my confrontation, I'm like very dismissive afterwards. So like I'll confront you that I'm having problems with you, and if you're not willing to work it out, I'm like, all right, bet, like
that's it.
Like exactly.
Oh, you ready to?
And that's what I'm saying. And then they try to flip the table. They're like, oh, you're the one that don't care, this that, and like so now I'm trying to like take the easier way and be like, all right, like why is it sour on your end so I can fix it on my end? And if it's still sour on my end and you're not fixing what you need to do, then I'm right back to my bullshit and I'm cutting you off.
Also, like a lot of toxic people, they look at like social media for like, you know the memes they talk about. I need to be like this, like this. A lot of people try to be that, that post. I'm like, nah, like relationship is not like ours guidelines and there's like kind of rules of what not to do. It's obvious, but not relationship is like, oh, you gotta do this, or like how your parents tell, oh yeah, you gotta be like this, you gotta be like that, because your relationship is like what she said, it's different. Everybody experiences is different. You know what I'm saying?
Does astrology have anything to do with it?
Yes.
All right.
You talking about the planets?
Yeah, no, but I mean like
Yes.
Alright, so I hate saying
toxic
this.
signs.
I'm a Gemini, but I'm not like that. Like like I'm not bipolar.
I'm a Gemini, yo.
You are too. Hey.
But see, look, we're not gonna do this. No. See, look, I'm not trying to hear the two fakes. I'm not trying to hear nothing.
I'm not gonna lie.
The Geminis be a good time.
The Geminis I've encountered, I've never kept in my life.
Oh God.
That's facts.
Sherelle.
Except you two. But my one friend from high school, we were close. She was my first friend.
Right.
Wait, let me tell you a story. She was my first friend when I went to boarding town. We were really close. She lived 2 doors down, everything. But she would always get other friends, and it was just quick with her. Like she would always go to other white girl friends, whatever, just do her thing.
She a Gemini, you said?
Yeah, and I was cool with that. But you could tell she didn't really care about the friendship. But the thing is, we've been friends for so long. You keep those ties. We good friends. But then when college came, barely heard from her. Nothing. Only times we heard from her was when she was single. And that was barely, okay? So, when they were broken up, she would hit us up, And we were there. But then we realized the pattern, and it was like, look, we can't do this no more, because it's literally one-sided.
Yeah.
Another Gemini friend of ours would literally start trouble, and I even like
That's
warned. I even warned like another friend of ours who was involved with her. I was like, yo, like she's toxic. This was when we were still friends too. I was like, yeah, no, she's toxic. That's why I don't hang around her that much. Straight off the bat, I'm like, nah, she gonna seep into you, dog. Like it's gonna destroy you. Don't do it. True. Like she would just like be mixy for the sake of being mixy, and I'm like, I don't understand that characteristic.
I feel like it's always like for Geminis, I'm gonna say. It's either one or the other. Like I'm gonna choose to show you like my good side or my bad side. Like you gotta pick and choose which one you're trying to be on, because
exactly.
it's not like I'm always gonna be like a toxic person, but like if you being like what I'm saying, the vibes.
Everyone has different encounters with people. Yeah. Because one person might call you toxic, one person might call you like the best thing ever in their life. You know. So I don't know. It depends on your situations too. I think.
But then like that's why it's hard to characterize like what a toxic
your friend is,
because like everyone has their own poisons. Like
that's true. And then you grow and you mature too.
Exactly.
I feel like maturity is a big thing when it comes to toxicity too. You know. I don't know.
I feel like you should grow out of it though.
Yeah, I feel like the older you get. And if you
it doesn't feel like anyone's growing out of it. Like I'm really curious. When do you start changing?
It's not even changing. It's like it's just like even acknowledging it, because a lot of people like they don't have that epiphany where like they just sit in their room at one night and be like, I'm really an asshole. And then you just like you send out that late night text like, yo, like I don't know how I've been lately, but like if I've been anyway, like this and the third, like I'm sorry, like I'm trying to change. It's like it's starting to hit me now. Like I don't think a lot of people have that, and that's honestly the first step of it, because like you can't change overnight. I mean you've been this way for however old you are, but like it don't start until it hits you and you're just like, yo, if someone did this to me, that shit would be like
you gotta put it in perspective.
Exactly, like you gotta put like how you're treating people in perspective. So it's like
but I think that like really when people tell you their perspective, like that's you gotta use your listening ears. Key in friendship. Use your listening ears, because some people will just be like, oh, you're the bad friend.
But I'm saying though, it's true though. But then sometimes some other people's perspective, sometimes not even good for you. Sometimes you have to really say really evaluate yourself first, and then you can get it, because I could tell you this and that, and you'd be like, yeah. But you really understand it, you have to be like, all right, I got it. Like I gotta change this and that.
That's true. Especially in relationships. I had a toxic relationship once, and it blew me. But anyway.
This was once, that's all.
Yeah, it was once. And it was like a real bad one, to the point where like you're so blinded by it and everyone else can see it, and I was just like, oh no, he's fine. Like,
that too, like when you even step in, like if you could see a friend in a relationship and you can tell it's toxic,
but if you're so deep in it, like it's just like, how do you get yourself out of it? And me, after I finally got out of the toxic relationship, and I was just looking back on all the things that like I've been through with that person, I'm just like, yo, what the hell is wrong with me? Like I don't know why I was so in a toxic relationship and deep in it too. Like it was crazy.
Because a lot of people like you was thinking long term with that person, so like it's like, and then you probably get the people telling you, like stay in it, like don't give up, like what I mean, like go through the tough times and stuff. But sometimes though, enough is enough. That's what people don't even tell you though. They say go through the tough times, but as the people that's telling you that, like how's it working for you? Are you still going through the same problems? Does it make any better?
But that's another thing too. Like when do you tell a friend that because like you said, you were blindsided. So if I came to you, you probably would have got defensive and then hit me with something else. I'm gonna fall back.
I don't want that.
My thing is, if you don't ask me for your opinion or help, I'm not gonna give it to you, because I know a lot of people don't know how to take it if like you don't ask. You feel me?
They're gonna think you
exactly. You single, and I'm just like,
I might be single because I love what I'm doing. I'm cool. I'm happy, like
But then I don't know.
Yeah, I also feel it's also just like, you just have to present it in a way, because like even if they were your friend and you're doing that in their best interest, because like you've seen that person before this person, and you're gonna see him after that person. So it's like if you feel like they vary away from who they were, like even if it's not good, because I know some people meet somebody and they change for the better, like they're more involved, they're taking better care of themselves, they're more involved with their family and stuff like that. But if it's going the other way, like they're secluding themselves from the family, they're cutting off friends because this person don't like them, like that's when you kind of step in and be like, yo, it's like everything good with you and that person, like are they like how are you with it? Like, because I'm telling you this right now, this is how you once were, and this is how I'm seeing you now. I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm observing.
And that's a really great approach.
Yeah, and like,
I think you could tell like how genuine someone is by how they approach.
No, yeah, that's because it happened to my one boy. He would like. Just like we've been boys our whole lives. We're on sports teams, this, that, and the third. We were friends even outside of school. Even when we were in college, we still were mad in touch. And then it's like him and this girl were just getting mad. Like they were getting like good, and I was happy for him because like he was happy. They were traveling. They was doing their thing. And next thing you know, he was like being real blunt, like then starting to like shed away. Then he was like, yeah, just like your lifestyle not really one for me. Like you go out and party and this, that, and I'm just more so fall back. I'm like. But we can still go to the gym. We can still, like me and my man are neighbors. So I'm just like, well, we live right next to each other. Like I'm not trying to like get like belligerent next door. Like I'm just trying to see like, I was like, we can do more than just that. And it's just like when that, and I put him off to the side. I was like, yo, like. This is how I'm feeling. Like this is how you were. Even with the girl, like you still treat me this way, but now I'm just kind of veering off this way.
You became codependent on the relationship.
Yeah, and then he was like, I didn't even realize till you said that because like Chris, because I asked Chris, our other boy, and he was like, he said like he agreed. It was just like he felt the same way, and he was like, I didn't even notice till you said something. And it's like it goes back to the thing where you don't even, like they just go their whole life thinking I'm not the problem until and that's why like I have no problem being the confrontational person because like. Sometimes some people need to be knocked on the ass. You can be like, yo,
touch it.
You're just gonna be like, yo, you're bugging. Like why are you?
You're all in that.
Right. It's like you acting mad different. Like you weren't like this before. And I know people change and like that, but it's just
and your friend took it well though, right?
No, yeah. And he was like, damn. Like I didn't even notice till you said something. Like I appreciate you saying that because like I like honestly like he's been our best friend since we were like yay tall. So it's like I don't know how it would have felt like if I would have lost her and y'all at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's like I appreciate you telling me. I was like, yeah, bro. Like at the end of the day, like I would expect you to do the same thing for me. Like if I'm veering off from how I once was, I want you guys to be like, yo, cut the shit. Like you were acting different. You know what I mean? And like even if I am or I'm not, like that's up to me to decide. And like. You just move from there. It's just like
but he took it well too.
No, and that's the thing, and because he's also a mature guy, except like he went into that whole I'm a husband now role. So like he like I'm just worried about work, school, her. So and I'm like, and I get that. Sometimes it gets like that, but
what about me?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, well, we got a group chat and that shit getting dusty. No one's saying it back.
Like, you gotta teach me your ways because I'm not sensitive at all. Like I'm like, there's a problem.
She's not sensitive.
Fix
I'm really sensitive.
Fix it. Like if you don't fix it, then I don't know what we could do here.
No, but like you're also the friend that a lot of people need.
Yeah, like, she's straightforward.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
a
lot of people.
Friend.
Yeah,
and then sometimes you need
because people that do got those problems and you sugarcoat it, they gonna think, oh, it's not that big a deal if it's not really bothering them. Right. But like if it's bothering you, like yo, your shit bothers me. Here's why.
Yeah.
Like if you're
and some people don't get that though. Like those type of friends, they're just like, whoa, you know, like. They can't take it, basically.
I can't tell you that I can't do passive aggressive. I can't do it. It gets under my skin. Like, if you gonna be mad, be mad. Just be upset. Like,
this is why I know how we're best friends. Because, like, I'm so passive myself. I'm getting better, but I'm passive. I won't lie. I'm passive. Do you think anyone out there is calling you toxic?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, there's no way you can really avoid it. Because, like, everyone's going to have a good and bad experience with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody's going to have their opinion. It's on you to really care about.
And again, it's what people define as a toxic friend. Like, I know, like, I'm hard to
Yeah, so wait,
reach.
what's your toxic traits then? What do you think is toxic?
My confrontation.
Your confrontation?
Or me being toxic?
Yeah, like, what do you think you need to work on as a person? You feel me?
I mean, passive aggressive.
I think that's it.
Like when we open more, that's what it is.
Yeah, more honest.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like I'm overbearing sometimes.
What do you mean?
With my niceness.
Oh, yeah, you're very sweet.
Yeah, bro.
She's very
forgiving sometimes.
Like within the first month of knowing you, I was like, why is she always smiling?
I know, right? Even in the awkwardest situation, I smile.
Like you never stressed.
Of course.
You just never not happy.
You're not
upset. Up here.
Exactly.
I don't let nothing take my energy away. If it does,
that too. Yeah.
To like, all right, we gotta recalculate this because
that's good.
Yeah, that's a great trait though. Like I don't understand how you think that's toxic, but
I think it is because some people don't need that all the time. Like just like sometimes when people get in situations where they don't want to hear about their religiousness, you know, bringing in God and stuff like that. Like I feel like I'm like that. Like I'm always like, so how are you feeling today? You know, and then they don't need that all the time. So I just like really have to read people and how they feeling. Like
Like, see how they feeling.
Yeah.
See how much you should get up.
No, yeah, I can see how people can like take the left, how like being too nice is.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you don't want too nice all the time.
Sometimes when people are stressing, you just like mad nice, you're just like, yo, like stop. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Cut the act.
No, seriously, yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like they think it's an act, but like that's generally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's generally how she is.
That's true. Okay, I see that.
I think my toxic trait, like, I'm just so quick to just end things abruptly. If it's not working for me in that moment, I don't think about the future. I'm like, cool, it's not for me.
No, yeah. A lot of people think like that.
But I do it all the time. Like it's bad. Like,
yeah, I'm like that.
I'm like I'm so impatient. It's like if it's not here for me now, then it's not for me. Cut it. Yeah. We're good. Like, and then. Not only that, I'm very hard to get in touch with, which is crazy because I'm always on my phone. It's just I'm like
it's always on do not disturb.
It's always on do not disturb.
Both of you guys.
I didn't know that.
I don't like
it. Is? No,
it is toxic.
I don't like notifications. I just can't.
Like all my friends back home are like, you don't answer texts. That's why I stopped texting you. I said,
yeah, I'll read it in
my head.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like in my head, I'm like I answered your question, but I see you 3 months later and you're mad at me. I'm like that's crazy.
Exactly, but like to me it's either like exactly to me it's either like I'm looking at it and like the answer that you need is too late, like you solved it.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, should I post this? And then I'm like, I just liked it, so I guess that's solved. Yeah. Or like it's like by the time I do answer, like my answer is so popping. Like why can't we just continue the conversation from there? Why are you upset? Like I got back to you. I'm not a dry texter. It's just it takes a while for me to get to messages. Like I will go on my phone and get completely distracted while answering a text message and oh shit, I didn't send. And then like, but it's never like on purpose. Never like I'm ignoring you until 11 p.m.
I'm not about to get to that. Then you just start. And they just keep using. Oh, it's too late. Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes by. You're like, oh shit.
What's it called? I was.
Twitter be popping.
You
hit that hot streak on the feed and you like, yo, this shit's funny.
Or you just doing something else. Like it's not like intentional or like sometimes.
Like I'll be answering a text and then I'll get a text from Sherelle like, can you promote this? Yeah, no problem. I'll go on Instagram, go promote it. I'm like, oh well now I'm scrolling. I'm like, oh shit, well now I gotta get to class.
Yeah.
Like come back, I'm like, and I'm cooking and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't answer that text message. Like life just goes by so fast. So like I know like that's one of the things I have to work on because I've like gotten like thorough friendship complaints like if you don't answer me we're not friends no more. And I'm like all right
guys, that was a good discussion, right?
Oh yeah.
Thank you for listening. Bye.